The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open the door for your UPS guy. He's not there.
Sweet.
Yes. I need a knife. There was one right next to me the whole time. All right, what did we get? We got a Moto Sport calendar. That's kind of cool. Look at that later. Look at this later. Got some Motorsport stickers. Cool. So, hey, guess what? We ordered stuff from Motorsport. Yeah, yes. Okay, what did we get? We got a driven front sprocket, a Master Link, a driven rear sprocket. That's pretty cool. And we got a Bike Master 520 natural chain because made in Japan. Woo! Except I'll be showing you guys that in a different video. Hey guys, it's Snowdrift. Nice to see you again. This is my wife. You're just filming me do some stuff real quick.
The boy.
Because this video is part of different. This one video is part of a couple of different videos. This is adding on to another set of videos. Is what I'm trying to say. I would like to note right now that this chain does not fit this sprocket. This sprocket is my new sprocket. It is just simply helping me at this moment. I'll tell you what, before we get crazy with this, I'm going to try to see if I can break this loose. This nut right here, I'm going to see if I can break it loose.
Wait, show again.
This one, the front sprocket nut. I know it's hard to see, but I'm going to see if I can break that loose just by with it being in gear. I doubt it's going to work, but we'll try. I'm not sure what size it is either.
14, says the crowd.
What's that from?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 14. Thank God.
Knight's Tale, maybe?
Ah. I can't remember if it's a reverse thread or not, but we're going to find out. It's probably going to spin the way it's acting.
So, I don't know what's going on right here.
That's, I might have to use this.
And I don't know what he's looking
Might have
for.
to use that.
Oh! Kapow!
That's what I'm looking for right there. An extension.
Okay. So, explain to the folks what that's for. Snowdrift.
This is Snowdrift. It's so I can reach it easier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did notice you were having a little bit of a issue with it.
Okay, maybe it's tightened. I don't know.
So, to all of us people that don't know what you're talking about, explain what you're doing.
Well, what I'm trying to do is break this bolt loose. That way I can pull the front sprocket off. Because what I'm doing is I am changing my chain size from a 530 chain to a 520 chain because they're better.
Is that the number of links in the chain, or?
It's the width.
Oh, okay.
So like, see how this chain is really, really thick? Mm-hmm. It adds weight, a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. So a 520 is smaller. It's not as strong, but they've tested the tensile strength between the two of them, and is as much horsepower as the 1000s can put out. A 520 is fine for what you would normally do. So
I know you love the camera, but you're right in the way. Hey, you're right in the way. Sit down. Good boy. Wait, don't lick it. Don't lick the camera.
I just gotta spin this enough.
You're on my nerves right now.
To do that. It worked. So it is not reverse thread, it's normal thread. Yay us.
That may have been messed up a little bit because the boy's head was right in the way.
That's okay. Now, this part is really, really important because you want to pay attention to the orientation of how the sprocket comes off. And I'll explain what that means here in a second. So now that that's done, I do not need this chain anymore. We're done here. Oh no, I'm scratching my brand new sprocket probably. It'll be okay. And this is probably still good. Yeah, it's fine. This sprocket is still fine. My old sprocket that came off was also fine. It's just my chain was garbage because I paid $20 for it. Over a year ago though, it has lasted extremely well. I can tell that this is the front of the sprocket because it has the tooth number on it, the 16 tooth. The back has no writing on it, so it went on like this. So this is the difference between the two. Can you see that, honey? You see the difference?
Which one's the new one? The one on the left?
The black one's the new one. This is a driven front sprocket. 15 tooth, lightweight, super lightweight compared to this heavy bastard. But this is still good, so I'm going to hang on to it. Quit. You don't need these. You don't ride bikes.
Axel. Oh!
Hey, come on. Let's get out of here. Go on. Go on. So what you're going to want to do is you want to lay them down, preferably on a flat surface. This is not the flattest surface ever, but maybe like on the ground, and see that the teeth line up. And the teeth do line up. If I were to flip it over, the teeth don't line up. And I know it's really hard to tell, but but this tooth almost goes up under that tooth. And the reason that is because the writing will normally go face out to where you can read it if you take the bike apart. So like that. So now you can tell the teeth line up better. So that's a quick way for you to tell. So you know that your spacing is correct. Because if your spacing isn't correct, the chain's going to go all, whoop-de-doo, and it's not good. So, perfect. So now I've got my 520 rear sprocket on and my 520 front sprocket on. They're both driven racing ones because driven's cool. And they were on sale.
My second favorite S word.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to thread this back on here. I'm not going to be able to torque it down at all, really, but I'm going to get it started.
What are you threading on there?
The front sprocket bolt. And there goes your ball. What now? And I'm just going to get it as tight as it will go with it in gear.
So why can't you torque it down?
Because it spins.
Ah.
It spins with me. I can get it pretty tight. I can get it pretty darn tight, but not perfect. See, because it spins. So I'll do the final tightening of it whenever I put the new chain on. So now we're going to put the new chain on.
Alright, so Snowdrift says that y'all don't really have to see him opening up the package.
They know my name, honey. You can say Brandon.
Oh, this is Brandon. This is Hubs. That's what I call him. That's what he's in my phone as. And I'm with. Just one F though. But he says that y'all don't have to see him opening up the package, which I mean I agree with, that's fine. But I figure we could do joke time with Kinsey because I am like a huge fan of the corny jokes. Okay, so first joke. What's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman?
No idea.
Snowballs.
It's actually a funny story about that. I don't know if I've ever told anybody. I think I might have told you. I've told a few of my friends. But I actually got Snowdrift, my name, the origin of my name. I got Snowdrift because my dad's nickname when he used to play Battlefield 1942 and all that, his gamer tag, so to speak, before gamer tags were gamer tags, was Snowball. And he got that from the movie Full Metal Jacket. And one of his friends named me Snowdrift because it started with snow.
Origin stories.
Origin stories. Okay, so here's my new chain.
I only got to tell one joke.
Well, you can tell more, but I'm just showing the new chain off.
Okay.
And it comes with a stupid amount of chain wax on it. A lot of people clean it off. I'm not going to clean it off. I'm just going to put it on as is and then I will clean it off and put some real chain lube on it once it's on and I don't have to deal with it anymore.
What do sea monsters eat?
I have no idea.
Fish and chips.
That's funny.
Why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors?
I have no idea.
If it had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan.
Wow.
What do you call a person who sells themselves in exchange for spaghetti?
Oh, I know this one. It's not a spaghetti hoe, is it?
That's a good guess, but no.
I can't remember what it is.
A prostitute.
That was it.
What's brown and sticky?
The brownie mix before you cook it.
A stick.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that would make sense, would it not?
What did the ocean say to the shore?
I have no clue.
Nothing. It just waved.
Ha!
We need some air conditioning out here.
No joke. This is what I deal with.
Alright, what you got for us now, Brandon?
Now, I'm trying to put my bike in gear, but it's not having it. Jeez. That took way too much effort.
So once you knock it into gear, what does that do for you?
I'm trying to knock it out of gear.
Oh, well,
so that way
whatever.
this spins freely.
Oh.
Makes it spin freely. Because now we are in neutral.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
Your head is right in the way.
This is just like putting on a bicycle chain, just a lot more difficult.
How do you connect them?
With a thing called the master link.
Oh.
Okay, so now I got to figure out how many links I don't need, because I like my wheel to be pretty close to the front of my swing arm. That's just my preference. It looks like, from what I can tell, I will be fine to break the chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 links ahead. 7, yeah. So I'm going to break it at this 7th length and then use my rivet master link to put it together. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. So we said number 7, right? Mm-hmm. Well, let's double check just to be safe, because I'm, me.
Measure twice, cut
1,
once.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. All right, cool. I don't know what kind of man strength they expect you to have to do this. Well, that sounded promising. Well, that definitely broke it, but you have to push it all the way through, apparently. Duh. The only thing the instructions don't tell you is that you have to have the strength of 10 men for this to work. But after it does break, this feels pretty easy. I'm guessing that the tool is designed in a way to where it's supposed to bottom out completely, I would assume. Yep, there comes the rivet. It got warm, but there's that rivet. So now I guess you just back this off. That was fairly easy. I mean, considering I've never done it before. And no damage to the tool at all. How about that? That is cool. So now this should just fall off. Just like that. So now this part, all you gotta do is put your O-rings on this side of your master link. Slide your master link in this side and this side, just like that. Now, all we have to do is take the front side of our master link, and you're going to want to put these O-rings on first, if that wasn't obvious before. If it'll even stay on. It is a little finicky, but once you get it. Okay, we got close. It's got to go more than that. Okay, I couldn't move it anymore, so I'm assuming that they came through. That was everything I had. Okay, yeah, they did come through. So that's what you want to see. The rivets came through really, really well. And you want to make sure that it's not binding.
What does binding mean?
It means that it won't move freely. It feels like, I mean, it feels okay, but I'll tell you what we could do. We could spin the wheel. Yeah, it's moving pretty good.
What does spinning the wheel do?
It lets me see if the link is moving the way it should. So like, this is what you want to see. This actually works out really, really well. What you want to see is the chain doing this. This means it's not binding. It means it means that all the links are moving as they should. You want to be able to move it and twist it freely. If any part of the chain doesn't move like that, then that could cause a problem in the future. But it seems as though this is moving really, really well. So we're going to continue. If it was bound and not able to move at this point, you're going to have to start all over. You're going to have to break that the new master link off and start all over. So all we have to do now to finish this up is spread the rivet out. And I will show you how to do that. And you want to start small with this. You don't want to go too hard because you don't want to flare it out so much that you actually cause it to bind. So I'm going to go back and forth from one to the other. And we're still not binding. Good.
Go.
Okay, so you can see here where I have flared it with the anvil and the riveting tool. You just want to flare it out just a little bit to where it is noticeable with the naked eye, but not completely noticeable. Mine's really noticeable because I have a gold master link, but you don't necessarily have to have that. I just ordered that because I thought it looked cool. But once you're comfortable with it and you can tell that it's not binding, you're basically done. Your new chain is now on. And you're obviously gonna have to tension your chain after you do this job. This is obviously way too loose, but it does spin, which is pretty great. I'm glad that it does.